Hello everybody. Okay, today we are going to oil a few pairs of shears. I'm just using the oil that came with this two-piece set, and I've already cut the little tip off of it, so we're good to go. I'm going to apply just the smallest amount of oil along the blade and behind the mechanism. Then flip it over and do the same. And just gently work that through there. Then you'll want to take a paper towel or a soft cloth and very carefully remove any oil and debris. Which there is none on these. These are new. So we're going to just rub off any excess. And just work it through the shears a bit. Wipe them again. Be careful because this is like razor sharp. And then again, just apply a light drop of oil to the same spots. And they're ready to be stored. You don't want to store them like to where they're hitting, especially the tip, on any hard surface, or you could definitely damage them. This will rotate back and forth, and it kind of clicks when it's gone one full spot, either tighter or looser, and that helps you adjust the tightness, because you don't want these too tight or they'll wear out and not work well, and you don't want them too loose either. If you are thinking maybe you'll just take this apart and clean them out like in two pieces, a lot of them are designed to where once they come apart, they're done. They will not go back together. So I never try that. Here are some super affordable dark stag shears. They're stainless. And these were my very first practice shears. Rubbing off a bit, and they do not have a mechanism to adjust their tightness. I'm guessing I could, I probably shouldn't do that with my nail, but I'm guessing I could tighten it or loosen it with that little screw, but they don't actually have like a mechanism. So I'm again just going to apply a small amount of oil all along the blade, even behind the mechanism. And I'm going to do it on both sides. This time I am applying a bit more just because I want to get a very light covering over the entire surface. And again, we're gonna work it through. Once it's wiped off, we're just gonna apply a tiny bit again, same way we did before. And you would think, like, when you close it like that, especially if you flip them over, that it would transfer to the other side. Maybe it will if you, like, knock it onto the other side. No. Yeah, no, you have to do both blades. And you can actually see I am closing and opening the scissors, but it's really not spreading that much down here. So I probably need to do that quite a bit. And then they'll be stored like this. Oops, see, I should not have done that. It's a good thing these are not good shears. But so these will be ready to be cleaned and used the next day. Leaving them with oil should keep them running optimally. I believe it prevents rust and whatnot. But if you know more about that than me, please comment below. These Ninja Swordsman thinning shears as well. All right. And because where I put this oil doesn't line up with that above blade on these, I'm just gonna very lightly smooth it across. While I have you guys on here, I'm going to just very briefly go over what these little deals are in case you're new to cutting hair or shears and you're like, what is this, a spare part? Well, this is something that would go in your thumb piece if you can't get an accurate grip without it. You just slide it in there all the way. I actually had trouble getting mine in there with this pair of shears. It seemed to me almost like the bands were a bit large for the size of the thumb hole. And this was on my other shears as well. All 4 pairs have a thumb that I don't see how it matches the rings, but you know, I could be mistaken. I could be doing it wrong, but this is how I learned to do it, and yeah, those don't seem to fit. So you can get them very easily, but if you're having trouble with these little rings, especially if they're the ones in the Ninja Swordsman duo set, that could be it. It could just be they're not quite fitting. But again, if this is super loose, your thumb is too loose, and you can't easily palm your scissors, then you may want to look into getting one of those that's perhaps an assorted set or a smaller size, because I have yet to find out how to get this into either of these, especially the thumb hole. And it's the same story with the regular shears. Your pinky goes on this, ring finger, middle finger, pointer finger, thumb. And they just don't want to go. I know people who bought smaller ones and they got them to work in this, so I think maybe it's just a mismatch. So don't get thrown off by that. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Please let me know if you have any additions, corrections, or anything like that. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and please subscribe.